Hey everyone, it's Pastor Terry for a Thursday daily encouragement. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever complained about something? Not in the last like 5 minutes, right? But have you ever complained about something? I think all of us have. I know that there have been seasons of my life where, man, I just felt like everywhere I turned, I just felt like I was complaining. Even when I was parenting, I probably quoted this verse to my children: do everything without complaining and arguing. It's from Philippians chapter 2, verse 14. Our reading for today, if you're following the daily prayer guide, was from Philippians 2. And there's so much about this chapter I love. And I got to this verse and I thought, wow, that can be me so very easily. He goes on to say that, well, I'll just read the whole verse. Do everything without complaining and arguing. Verse 15, so that no one can criticize you. Live clean, innocent lives as children of God, shining like bright lights in a world full of crooked and perverse people. I don't know if you felt like complaining in recent days. Maybe you felt like complaining that the restrictions around us are too much. Maybe you felt like complaining that not enough people were taking the restrictions seriously enough, right? Maybe you've complained that your family's driving you crazy. Maybe you've complained the opposite, like you just want to be with your family, your kids, your grandkids, all those things. Maybe you've complained that school at home for you is just not working out, right? The reality is we can all find things to complain for, but Paul's encouragement is that we hold firm on something very specifically, hold firmly to the word of life, that on the day of Christ's return, I will be proud that I did not run the race in vain and that my work was not useless. In other words, when he shares the word with us and we take on to that word, we listen to God's word, we live our life in a way that is pleasing and honoring to God. And then Paul knows that his ministry, his life investment was not in vain. I thought to myself as I was reflecting on this passage today, how are believers living differently than those who do not believe? How are followers of Christ handling this hardship? How are we handling disappointment? How are we handling fear or betrayal, or even simple things like how to discipline our kids and all of these things? Like, how do we as followers of Christ, his word, live our life differently? Well, I hope it's that we will hold firmly to the word of life, not just the news cycle of our day, which is filled with so much confusion, that we would cling to this word and that we would use it in such a way that it gives us hope, that it brings us truth, and that in that we don't feel the need to complain. We feel the burden of the Spirit of God working in our lives for those around us. I want to encourage you today, as Paul wrote in verse 15, to shine bright in the world around you. Be different. Let others see God's Spirit working through you. In other words, be Jesus to someone today who desperately needs you to be Jesus to them. I'm praying for you. I'm praying that God continues to bless, keep safe, give guidance and direction to all of us. I pray that you'll be with us on Sunday morning. It's going to be a wonderful morning together as we consider God's word and listen to the voice of God deep inside of our hearts. Thank you for listening. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Even though it's raining a little bit today, don't complain. Let God work through you. God bless you.